Then I watch Whiplash. I hear Jonah in my head. I wrote this song thinking about 2014 movies. Oh. Yeah, I watched all those movies. And the list goes John Wick, Stella, Gone Girl, Birdman, Fury, Nightcrawler, Godzilla, Days of Future Past, Maze Runner, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Foxcatcher, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Transformers, Hunger Games, and The Hobbit 3, Taken 3, Sin City 2, 300 2, Night of the Beast 3, Expendables 3, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Double 2, Horrible Bosses 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Kingsman, Lego Movie, Whiplash, Budapest Hotel, American Sniper, and Captain America the Winter Soldier. Fault in Our Stars, Cancer is in Their Bones, A Million Ways to Die in the West, Doc Brown is in the Barn, 22 Jump Street, One Name's Jeff, What We Do in the Shadows, Imitation Game, there's a code. We have reboots and remakes. Ninja Turtles, Michael Bay, RoboCop the Equalizer, Dwayne Johnson, Hercules, Annabelle, Need for Speed is a Fast and Furious spin-off, as well as the video game. I've run out of a list, so this is gonna have to be the end of the list. And the song boom, clap. 2014 movies here for your enjoyment.
Yes. I'm Kleis.
I'm Callen. And here we go.
Just straight into it.
Just recent year. 2014 wasn't that long ago.
No,
So
I was 14.
these movies might be a bit more fresh in our memory than others. And whether that's for good or bad, we will soon find out. We're going to get straight into it with some of the biggest movies of the year first. Starting with the highest grossing movie of 2014, making over $1 billion. Transformers 4, the one with Mark Wahlberg.
The bad one.
The bad Transformers.
The bad one.
I mean, say what you want about the Transformer movies. Like, I think...
Shia LaBeouf holds them together.
Yeah, because I like Shia LaBeouf quite a bit. I think he's a good actor and he's likeable in the movies, whereas Mark Wahlberg just seems like an action star they brought in to...
It'd be like if they brought The Rock into...
And every Transformers movie is exactly the same. They all have the same plot. You don't care about anybody. You can't even tell what's happening during the fight scenes with the Transformers. The only good thing about it really is the visuals.
Yeah.
But for some reason, every single Transformers movie keeps making so much money despite negative reviews almost every time.
By being Transformers.
The quality pretty much declines with every movie, apart from Bumblebee, which I thought was actually...
quite good.
That was good. Cena
held
was
it
in
together,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, Transformers 4, I've seen once, never again. Just... I was over it by that point.
I watched it on a plane one day, and I literally they made the 3-hour plane ride take about 5 hours.
Yeah, and then we've got it had The Last Night after it, which was Mark Wahlberg again, which I haven't seen.
No,
I think it's slightly better than this, but I just don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just the best of a bad bunch.
The first Transformers is good, I think.
Yeah,
the first one's good, even though it's like you can tell it's a Michael Bay directed movie. Anyway, Megan Fox is pretty hot.
The wee robot tries to hump her leg.
Yeah, that's in the second one, which I like the first three, and then from there,
I just like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
So that's the second one.
No. So wait.
I think it is.
I'm not too familiar with the Hunger Games. I think it goes Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and then Mockingjay Part 1 and 2.
I didn't even know they made 4.
They did.
I thought they made 3.
I saw the first and second Hunger Games and just didn't care. And when I saw that they were splitting it into 2 parts, that's just a blatant cash grab. Harry Potter did it first, which even I thought was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But you can see how much money it made. So Hunger Games went the same route, and I don't care.
It would have just been seen by like 12-year-old girls like millions of times.
So it's funny though, because this was part one of the last book, and then part two actually made the least amount of money, I think, out of all the movies. So it didn't really end up working
Probably
out.
because people just read the book and found out what happened.
Yeah.
I personally read the books over the movies.
It's not like with Harry Potter, it's been built up over 10 or so years where people are way more hyped for it. I think Hunger Games was only over a couple of years, so it wasn't as anticipated. I don't think the movies are really that good anyway.
No, they're not.
Not a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. It's got the worst Hemsworth. What's it? Liam?
Oh, there's 3 of them.
And
one of them's like not known, and there's Liam and Chris.
Anyway, Chris is a god, literally in movies and in real life.
Liam dated Miley Cyrus,
which is disgraceful. That is disgusting. But more about that never. I don't want to talk about that again. We have The Hobbit, the third one, the Battle of the Five Armies.
That was a good movie.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Do you like the Hobbit movies?
Yeah, I kind of made a tradition of, because they all came out on like Boxing Day, didn't they? Something like that.
It definitely was in December. I remember.
Yeah, so I always made a tradition of going to see them every year. So they kind of hold a place in my heart.
So I love The Lord of the Rings. I think that's maybe the best trilogy of all time. And then The Hobbit is one book split, like, again, another book that's split into multiple movies. This time 3 3-hour movies. Actually, I don't know if the last one was 3 hours. I think it might have been a bit shorter.
Yeah, I think so.
But unnecessary again. I don't mind the Hobbit movies. I think the first one is just so long and boring because half of it they don't even do anything there at his house and just waiting to get going. The second one I remember liking the most, and then this one we've got the third one.
Second one was where they left it on a cliffhanger, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Smaug escapes from his mountain and
Benedict.
So I'd read The Hobbit, so I pretty much knew what was going to happen. I saw this at the movies, and I don't think I've ever watched the full thing since then. But it's pretty much the whole movie's a battle, like
essentially.
I think if you can watch
that's your kind of thing,
can watch that for at least 2 hours, then you'll like it.
I mean, if I was going to watch a battle for 3 hours, I'd just put Helm's Deep.
Yeah,
on repeat.
Exactly. That's the thing. The Hobbit is pretty much just a worse, in movies anyway, a worse version of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
because there's about 20 dwarves who I don't care about any of them.
No.
I remember 2 of their names probably, and that's
Gimli.
Essentially the entire cast in The Hobbit, and you just can't really get attached to any character apart from Bilbo and Gandalf. Yeah. So, yeah, too many characters, which I guess you can't help because it's in the book. But anyway, The Hobbit, the third one, second highest grossing of the year, just behind Transformers. There.
Wonder what third is.
I couldn't tell you because I don't have it written down. What is
do.
It?
Do we just move on to the next movie, or do you have anything else to
talk
about?
I don't really have anything else to say about
The third highest grossing movie of the year was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
The first kind of real different Marvel movie. Because it didn't really, you had your characters like Iron Man, Spider-Man, people like that just kind of the casuals would know about. I feel like they took a bit of a
casuals.
Yeah, but you think nobody, if you're kind of like not a hardcore fan, you probably don't know who Star-Lord, Drax.
Well, yeah, for me, I consider myself a pretty I don't know. Like I know quite a bit about the comics, but I had never really heard about Guardians of the Galaxy, as I don't think many people had at the time.
And so I think that's why it was a bit of a risk to go and make that movie. But Definitely. It paid off, $773 million at the box office, worldwide, of course. Incredible cast: Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel says one line over and over and gets
3 words.
Fuck tons, probably.
Zoe Saldana, Michael Rooker as well, and John C. Reilly makes a bit of he's more than a cameo. Yeah. But he's in it as well.
So when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I remember I liked it when I saw it. But
me too.
Not everyone. A lot of people considered this the best Marvel movie, I think, when it came out because
how different it was.
I've heard people say that. They think that At the time, anyway, they were like, "Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's like the best Marvel movie that's come out so far."
People still think Black Panther is the best Marvel movie.
Personally, I just think I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy as much as other people. I think people just liked it more because Marvel were able to take something from obscurity, kind of, and make it such a massive thing. Like, no one really knew about Guardians of the Galaxy, and the movie was massive.
Yeah.
So, I think people that was what people liked more than I don't know. For me, it's not my favourite movie. Definitely not a bad movie. It's
a good movie.
But I don't think I like it quite as much as other people. But good cast. Chris Pratt, this fucking made him. I mean, people knew about him already. He was on
Parks and Rec,
and he'd been in a few movies, but not really anything massive. And then after
this was his breakout role.
After this, Chris Pratt. Oh, cast him as Indiana Jones. Cast him as Obi-Wan. How about don't cast him as any of those? But I like Chris Pratt. He's
I like him in Parks and Rec.
Charismatic guy. Yeah. Do you want to go off yours or mine?
Oh, we'll go one by one.
So I've got John Wick. The first one came out in 2014. Keanu Reeves is an ex-hitman who gets brought back into the business over
his dog.
The death of his dog. And John Wick is one of the biggest surprises I've ever seen as a movie. Like, I remember we just decided to watch it because it was Keanu Reeves in a movie. I hadn't heard anything about it. I didn't even know this was made. I just saw it and was like, oh yeah. And fuck, I was blown away. It's such a great movie. The action in this movie is phenomenal. Keanu Reeves, as you know, does pretty much all his own stunts.
He's a god.
It just makes it so much better. It's not like other action movies where they have to cut around the actors who can't do their own stunts. They can just have long, massive takes of action scenes just continuing.
And the training he went through for this movie as well. Like, there's videos online of his like gun training and stuff like that. And
it pays off because it comes across as so realistic. Yeah. And this is great. As I said, such a big surprise, and created a franchise out of it because the first one was so good. Where John Wick 3 came out this year and 4 is planned in the works, so can't wait to see that. I like all the John Wick movies equally. Keanu Reeves is literally a god.
He actually is
the definition of a god.
Doesn't age.
One of the best action stars of all time, and John Wick, the Chuck Norris in a movie, pretty much.
Yeah, the modern day Chuck.
Yeah.
But we'll move on now to another spy kind of action movie. In Kingsman.
Comedy as well.
Yeah, definitely. But it's action comedy, spy, typical kind of spy movie. So this features Taron Egerton, Colin Firth, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Caine, Mark Strong, and I only realised this last night when I was rewatching it, but Mark Hamill as well. I never put those two together.
I've seen Kingsman quite a few times, so I guess I just always knew that I knew it was Mark. I knew it was Mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's
maybe
great.
if you have, because he isn't really. Obviously, he did the Joker for pretty much about 20 or 30 years as a voice actor, but he hadn't really been in that many live action roles since Star Wars, really. Yeah. So, if you hadn't really kept up with his appearance, you probably might not recognise him. But I did, because I'm a true Mark Hamill stan.
I'm a casual, but no, this movie made $414 million worldwide. Big. Not bad.
Is it? It's not based off anything, is it? Is it?
I don't think so. No.
So that's good. It's kind of a parody of James Bond, but more serious than Austin Powers.
Yeah.
It's still its own movie, and really like it a lot. The violence in it is awesome.
Great. The bar scene.
And the scene in the
where
church,
everyone's head. Oh yeah.
Where he's basically Samuel L. Jackson. He's put SD cards into people's phones, and it triggers them to become violent and kill each other. So he tests it out in a scene in a church with Colin Firth beating the shit out of everyone. And it's sick. I mean, for Colin Firth, like killing the people.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's cool.
It is.
That's awesome. But you believe it every second.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and also just the shock factor after that when he just walks outside and he shoots him in the head.
But he's in this. You must have seen the second one.
Yeah.
He's in the second. I still haven't even seen the second one. But just because I don't know. For some reason, I just haven't seen the second one.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
I think I was
what
kind of
more could they
annoyed
really
that
do?
they couldn't just leave him dead, because I thought that was such a unexpected and great
Yeah.
death. And if they'd left it there, it would have been great.
This movie has gone on to obviously, made a second one, Secret Service or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think they're releasing a third one.
It's a prequel, I think.
Yeah, next year, something
called
like that.
The Kingsman or whatever. But
Who
yeah, I'm
knows?
pretty sure it's a prequel. Good movie though.
I'd recommend it.
I have Interstellar, which stars Matthew McConaughey. And this section was really, he was having a massive resurgence. Not that he had faded into obscurity by any means, but he won his Oscar in Dallas Buyers Club. Then was in Interstellar, Wolf of Wall Street as well.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of big roles for him at the time. And Interstellar was directed by Christopher Nolan, so, in for a
Treat.
Yeah, in for a treat. Personally, I don't really like Interstellar that much, though.
I don't hate it.
It's just...
It's just not a movie that I'd go rewatch.
I don't want to sound like one of those people, but I didn't understand it that much, and
Oh, God.
it's a bit too overcomplicated.
I mean, that's fair.
A bit too far-fetched, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but maybe... Whatever.
I mean, if that's your type of movie and you want to...
I don't know. It just wasn't for me, really. It is a good movie. The visuals and everything's phenomenal. Obviously, it's Christopher Nolan. He's going to at least make a good-looking movie.
Yeah.
But Interstellar just... I don't know.
Was a bit too confusing.
I don't know. Not that, but, I don't really know.
I mean, I thought it was a decent movie.
Just-
I've only seen it the once. If I probably tried to rewatch it, I feel like it's probably one of those movies that you only really watch once.
Yeah, I think
Just
that's the
'cause-
thing for me. I'm not sure if I've watched it since it came out, and I didn't... Maybe I was too young. Maybe I think I should give it a rewatch, but maybe I'm being too negative.
Maybe.
Anyway, Interstellar, space movie, cool, McConaughey.
Out of this world, would you say?
Out of this world.
Speaking
yes.
of out of this world, Herb Dean was in Whiplash,
Yeah.
which is the
and
next movie we're talking about.
It isn't out of this world, it is actually in the world. But
No, but Herb Dean is out of this world. Herb Dean is a god.
that isn't... No one's going to get that. No one will understand that
Doesn't
joke.
matter.
But Whiplash, yeah. You first watched this at my house.
Yeah.
I made you watch this because it's such a good movie.
It is it's an
fucking
incredible
good.
movie. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. This is in my top 10 movies of all time. I love Whiplash so much.
$49 million. Not as much. That's how much it made. Not as much.
It's independent though, so it's not...
Yeah, it was on a $3 million budget.
Yeah, so it's one of those low budget, small scale movies.
But decent cast. You got Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons, Paul Reiser, and I actually googled how to say her last name, but Superwoman or Melissa.
Is it Benoit?
It's not Benoit. It's Benoist.
I thought it was Benoit.
So did I, but I literally went and googled it.
Yeah.
But no, this is an incredible movie.
J.K. Simmons in this movie is J. Jonah Jameson, except he's a music teacher.
Yeah.
And some of the best lines I've ever heard in a movie, like, you give a retard a calculator who's going to try and turn on the TV with it. And shit. Oh, he's got his performance is one of the best of all time in this movie. Even though it is pretty much him just being another angry guy, but it's so phenomenal.
Who cares?
He's basically pushing Miles Teller to be the best drummer he can be, because Miles Teller is addicted to drumming. He wants to be one of the greatest ever. And yeah.
A few kind of twists and stuff. Like there's a scene where they're playing, not to spoil it too much, but there's a scene where they're playing at a recital type thing, and he's in a car. He literally goes to get his drumsticks, and he crashes his car, and he still comes out all bloody and stuff, and plays the drums, and it's quite not deep, but it's quite powerful.
Yeah. Fuck off, Johnny Utah. Turn my pages, bitch.
Nah.
The ending to this movie is, I'd say phenomenal a lot, but it is fucking phenomenal.
It's
great. Basically, it is Miles Teller, just everything he's worked for, all the practice he's put into it, he basically lives and breathes drumming. And the performance he does at the end, because I think Miles Teller did most of the drumming, in this, if not all of it. And the performance he does, just Miles Teller throughout the movie, and the drum sequence, the whole music sequence at the end is one of the best endings to a movie, I think.
Yeah.
I love it. J.K. Simmons won the Oscar Best Supporting Actor, well deserved. And Damien Chazelle, director, went on to do La La Land, which, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Not bad.
No?
I didn't like as much as Whiplash.
No, but I feel like it's a different kind of movie.
Yeah, musical. He's, I guess, into... I think he was in a band or he loves his music, so he makes musicals and shit like that. But yeah, Whiplash, one of my favourite movies of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, I have Gone Girl with Ben Affleck, Rose or Rosamund Pike. How do I... It's hard to explain this plot without giving it away. Basically, Ben Affleck's wife goes missing one day and he's being essentially framed for the murder in quotations, and he realizes that he knows nothing about his wife, really. He doesn't know who she is, and this movie is so hard. You need to watch it. It's directed by David Fincher, who did Seven, Fight Club, all those, and yeah, this for me, because I hadn't seen Ben Affleck in a movie for quite a while.
Yeah. And
then when I saw Gone Girl, it was like, because he didn't have the best decade in the 2000s. He had a few bad movies, and then he really, at the start of the 2010s, with his directing, writing, and acting, he reminded people that he's a great actor, and Gone Girl's a really great movie. Again, twists and turns, like, all throughout, and I don't want to spoil it, so I don't really want to talk about it. But a great thriller. Mystery. Cool.
Yeah? Is that all you got to say?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, next up on my list, we got Lego Movie. Another movie featuring Chris Pratt.
Yeah. I never knew that for the longest time that it was Chris Pratt.
I thought it was kind of obvious. This is an insane cast, though. You got Chris Pratt, Will Ferrell, Elizabeth Banks, Will Arnett, Nick Offerman, Liam Neeson, Morgan Freeman, Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, just to name a few. They
all play a variety of characters like Superman, Green, like all superheroes.
They're all not main characters, but it's quite an impressive
The main
cast.
character is just an ordinary Lego man builder.
I was shocked when I read this, but this got 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't really like the Lego movie.
I mean, it's not. It's a good.
It's fine. It's
a good family movie.
I don't know. I don't. This is too. I hate movies that essentially entirely pop culture references. That's all
this movie was.
I mean, there is more to it, with, like, surrounding the character of Emmett. He starts off as ordinary and goes on to become extraordinary.
He's essentially a clone, and then he...
it wasn't really for me, eh?
No, fair enough. But it's obviously
kids will love
another
it.
one, Lego Movie 2.
I haven't seen Lego Movie 2.
I have not either.
Just the Lego... It was something that should have just been one and done, I reckon. Saying that, though, the Lego Batman movie I did quite enjoy. Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny.
And all the Lego games are sick.
I love the Lego games.
Especially for this movie, the Lego Movie game.
For me, I just hate Lego people talking. Like, as soon as they started making Lego people talk in games, I hated it. When they just were doing the grunting and that shit, it was funny.
So would you prefer the whole movie of Chris Pratt grunting?
I don't think the Lego movie was necessary, even though, obviously it's become quite massive.
Yeah.
And all that, but again, not really for me, just personal opinion.
No, but it's a good movie. I don't hate it.
Everything is awesome. If you haven't heard that song, then where have you been? Because
lucky you.
Yeah.
Right, what have you got for us?
I have Birdman, starring Michael Keaton, Edward Norton, and Emma Stone. I rewatched this last night. The first time I watched it, when it came out, it was because Michael Keaton, I hadn't seen him in anything for quite a while, and this was, again, like Matthew McConaughey, a big resurgence role for him. Pretty much, this is the perfect role that Michael Keaton could have ever had. In this movie, he's...
Batman.
Yeah, but in this movie, he's writing, directing, and starring in a play because basically he's a washed-up actor who used to star in a superhero franchise called Birdman in the 1990s and hasn't really been able to do anything since then. That's all anyone knows him for. And he's trying to become relevant again and establish himself as a good actor.
Someone that can't just do...
So, like, when you compare it to Michael Keaton, like, obviously he's a great actor, but, Batman in the 90s hadn't done a lot since then, and then with this movie comes back out, and so it pretty much is him. And Edward Norton as well is great. He's, I don't want to give just whatever. Edward Norton,
I've never actually seen this movie.
Yeah,
so.
it's fucking great, because the first time I watched it when it came out, I think I was a bit too young to appreciate how great it was, and I rewatched it last night just to get a reminder, and I loved it so much. Edward Norton kind of is himself as well. He's like this real high maintenance actor who's hard to work with. He wants everything exact on set and is rewriting the script himself and shit. Like, that's kind of how Edward Norton is in real life.
Yeah.
But
what we've heard,
Michael Keaton's character like needs to have him in his play because he's this really well-known actor for plays and shit like that, and will bring a lot more attention to it than if he wasn't in it. Yeah. So he just the acting, everything in this movie, it's all made to look like it's one shot as well.
Yeah.
So it's edited to look like...
I have seen parts of it, so I've seen the shot.
Take.
The shots look incredible.
Yeah, like the editing and cinematography is phenomenal. And go watch it for yourself. It's such a good movie.
I might go watch it tonight.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. Zach Galifianakis is in a supporting role, and he's actually fucking good in this movie as well. Yeah, he's really good, because you've only really seen him in comedies and shit, and this is more of a serious role for him. And the acting all across the board is great. Emma Stone's not someone I usually like, but even in this movie, I liked her quite a lot. And Birdman won the Oscars for Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, and Cinematography. Keaton, Stone, and Norton were all nominated for the acting ones, but unfortunately didn't win. Yeah, but yeah, Michael Keaton, great in this. I really love this movie. I kind of had forgotten about it a bit since I first saw it, but yeah, rewatching it, I really love it. And it's good.
I might have to go rewatch it tonight.
Definitely do it.
But moving on to a movie that definitely confused me a wee bit. So when I first read that this movie came out in 2014, I thought it was a completely different movie, and I'm obviously talking about Grand Budapest Hotel.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
I think I did. I thought this movie was the best exotic marigold hotel. And so I wrote a bunch of notes for this movie, and then I realised, like, my top note right now says drama/comedy for the oldies. And it's not.
So, Grand Budapest Hotel was a movie I always meant to see and never watched it because it got nominated for lots of Oscars, critical acclaim, all round.
I mean, the cast is insane.
It is a massive cast ensemble.
This is not even like half of them, but you got Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe, Edward Norton, Tilda Swinton, who my mum actually babysat for her brother or something like that.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure my mum's met Tilda Swinton.
The Elder from fucking Doctor Strange.
And the White Witch from Narnia.
Yeah, fuck, that's insane.
Jeff Goldblum, Adrian Brody, and Owen Wilson. That, like I said, that's not even half of the cast.
Yeah, so this movie, I meant to see this, and I was going to watch it last night and decided to watch Birdman instead. So I need to watch this, but...
This movie also has Flash Gordon. Not Flash Gordon. Flash.
Wait, what?
No, sorry. Flash from SpiderMan. The wee Indian kid.
Oh, see, when you said Flash from Spider-Man, I was thinking fucking...
Joe Manganiello.
Whatever his name is.
Joe
Manganiello. Not that one. I mean...
But no, the wee Indian kid, he's in this as well.
I mean, if you want to talk about the best exotic whatever it is, that one, while you're here, we can talk about that anyway.
Yeah, might as well. So the best exotic marigold hotel, that is like a cast of literally just old people.
When did it come out?
2011.
So, yeah. They had a sequel though, didn't it?
Yeah, second best exotic marigold hotel. But basically, I'm pretty sure like the thing's getting shut down and stuff like that. I think that might be the second one. But no, when I first read about this movie, I was like, oh, I love the best exotic marigold hotel, and it wasn't even that. But this movie made $174 million worldwide.
Budapest.
Yeah, we're back on Budapest.
Yeah.
We've got 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm bringing up Rotten Tomatoes a lot today.
Which, I mean, I don't give a shit about the reviews.
No, but this was... I'm pretty sure, like, all of them that I've talked about, like, the Rotten Tomatoes, are off, like, 300 reviews.
Oh, yeah, so, like, this movie, I'm recommending even though I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Just based off the cast and everything I've heard about it at the time, and so, yeah, I need to see it myself.
Yeah. But that's all I've really got on this movie, is that it isn't the movie that I thought it was.
That's fine. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I have Fury next, directed by David Ayer, who directed one of my least favourite superhero movies, Suicide Squad, which I'm never talking about that. Maybe I will.
I really liked Fury.
Fury is a great movie. We got Brad Pitt, who is... I love him.
And yeah.
I love Shia LaBeouf, John Bernthal, Michael Pena, Logan Lerman. The cast is great. They're basically crew in a tank. In World War Two.
Something
I want
like
to say
that.
two.
Yeah.
And just the chemistry between everyone is. The first time I watched this, I didn't really like it, and then rewatching it, I was like, "This movie's great. I actually love it a lot."
I think we watched this at my house once.
We did, actually. I remember that.
But this movie's great. Like, it's just such a... Like, there's tons of action scenes, but just the scenes there that I like the most are just the ones of them in the tank.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, a great... Like, you can
just
tell
the
they literally are, like, brothers.
The relationship between the crew is really the main focus.
Because obviously, one of them joins them.
Logan Lerman, who is Percy Jackson in those.
He, like, joins them. They've obviously got a solid crew. And then he joins them, and then he kind of tries to establish himself.
Yeah.
And then basically, the ending's so good. I absolutely
the ending I love. I mean, it is a bit over the top, like Brad Pitt.
Who cares, though?
But it's Brad Pitt.
I mean,
you know what I mean. He gets shot about 58 times.
Yeah. So they basically try and take on a whole, literally like, probably like 500
They're trying
Nazis.
to hold a crossroads or something that is essential to...
Nazis.
Whatever.
Something like that.
And they had there's a big standoff at the end in the tank, and it's
insane.
I love it. Just the action in this movie is so good. Real tense. Shia LaBeouf, I think, actually does the best acting in this movie.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, because he'd been in Transformers, Indiana Jones, just blockbusters, hadn't really been able to showcase his acting, but in this, he's so good, I think.
Yeah. But no, I really like Fury.
Yeah, me too. That's one of the best... I'd say one of the best war movies, in my opinion.
Well, I'd like to place another war movie forward.
Yeah.
American Sniper.
The sledgehammer from...
Fortnite.
Let's not.
Commander Cody.
Let's not.
But no, American Sniper, Bradley Cooper, again, plays Chris Kyle, who was an insane, like, sniper.
Got the highest amount of kills in American military history.
Which is nuts. But basically, it's just about him... I mean, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So you can't really spoil it too much, but it's just about him trying to... The movie starts off like him at war, and then kind of like sometimes switches to him being back at home and trying to adapt, and then he dies.
I don't think American Sniper is the best movie, but I do like it quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it's the best movie, but it is I really enjoy it.
That all the scenes when he's in war, I think, are great.
Yeah.
All the sniping. I just love snipers. Something about snipers.
Yeah, that one scene where he like lines up that guy that's taking out his teammates, and he's like 2,000 meters away.
Yeah, he got the long... I don't know if it is still the longest snipe, but I think at the time, like 2 kilometers, it was the longest snipe in history, which
it was
insane. Like, how do you confirm a kill in war, though? Like, how he has...
Because Bradley Cooper was just different.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper was literally there, just recording it all.
Forget Chris Kyle. This is... I just picture Bradley Cooper.
But yeah, American Sniper, a pretty good movie.
To be fair, Chris Kyle looks more like Chris Pratt.
In real life?
I think so.
Yeah. But...
Maybe Chris Pratt should have played him.
Don't say that.
Get a remake. I want a remake of American Sniper with Chris Pratt.
Just call him the Pratt Sniper.
Pratt.
Don't call him that. But, American Sniper's pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe... I think it is a bit too Oscar...
Yeah, it doesn't really
focused.
stick to the story as much.
Like, it tries to be more of a overly dramatic... Do you know what I mean? Like, it's trying to get Oscars in certain parts of it, which it got nominated for quite a few. But American Sniper.
That's all I've got to say.
I have Nightcrawler next, which stars Jake Gyllenhaal as a sociopathic guy who he's a weirdo. He's a creep.
I don't know if this is the movie, but does he... I don't know if I've seen this, but does he cause accidents to take photos of them?
It's quite... So basically, he works for this news gatherings... Okay. Basically... Usually in real life, if there's a crime scene, you will wait for the ambulance and shit to arrive, and you won't just... Okay, I'm just gonna explain why. Hey, I'm bad.
Is shocking.
I'm shocking. I'm bad. Jake Gyllenhaal plays Lewis Bloom, who is a weirdo. He gets a camera and decides he likes filming crime scenes, and he's getting there before the cops every time, so he can stage the crime scenes how he wants. to get the best footage to make more money than everyone else.
Yeah.
To get from like the news, who's going to pay him.
Yeah.
So, for example, one scene he comes across people murdered in a house, and he's moving the bodies around and shit so it looks better on camera. And he basically becomes addicted to filming crime scenes, but kind of in a shady way.
Yeah.
And just Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in this movie is fucking phenomenal. He is one of the most underrated
that's
actors.
the fourth time you've used that phrase.
But it is. It is. My vocabulary is not very large. So, Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie gives, I think, still the best performance of his career. Wasn't even Oscar nominated because apparently...
That's insane.
Apparently Bradley Cooper in American Sniper was better.
Should have been Chris Pratt.
But Nightcrawler is a really good movie. Real good.
Fucking phenomenal.
What can I say about these movies apart from that they're great?
Yeah, this year had such a good lineup of movies.
But Nightcrawler, I'd recommend it. It's real low budget and it's like an independent movie or whatever again, but it's good.
Because that's all Jake Gyllenhaal does.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
unless it's SpiderMan.
He's great in this movie though. Watch Nightcrawler as well.
So a man walks into the doctor's.
Does he?
Yes, and the doctor says, pick a star sign, any star sign. And the man says, Libra. And the doctor says, no, you've got cancer. Because that is Fault in Our Stars.
Oh, yeah. Fault in Our Stars. I like Fault in Our Stars, actually.
It's a sad movie.
I didn't watch it when it came out because every girl was like, oh my god, have you seen the Fault in Our Stars? I cried the whole time.
I did cry the whole time.
And I just couldn't watch. It's like The Notebook, I couldn't watch it for the longest time because it's overhyped about how sad it is and everything. But eventually watched it, and I liked it quite a lot. The chemistry between Ansel and, what's her name? Shailene Woodley.
Tyron Woodley's sister.
Great. It is a sad movie, although not as...
Basically just as cancer, though. That's all it's about.
But...
They go to, like, a cancer... not treatment, but, like, a cancer therapy session. Group session. And they meet each other.
The problem I have with this, it's one of those movies that just tries to be so... You can just tell that it's trying so hard to be sad sometimes.
What's your full name? But no, it's a good movie. Literally isn't... Yeah. Not much else
probably
to say.
Will mostly appeal to the teenage girls, demographic, but...
And me.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it as well. Willem Dafoe's in it, remember? As the fucking... the fag author.
The fag author?
I mean, he bees a dick to them in Amsterdam, where they go to Anne Frank's house.
I do remember that.
They go to Pleasant Park. But yeah, good movie. I've Godzilla, which I didn't watch until this year because...
Not the Millie Bobby Brown one. Not the Stranger Things collaboration.
And not the 1990 whatever year that shit remake American piece of fuck was.
Not like the 1950.
Yeah. The 2014 Godzilla, which, as I said, I watched this year because the sequel came out. And
I haven't seen this.
I loved it, I thought... Because...
Did you love it as a movie or as like a Godzilla movie?
Both. The main criticism after this movie was that they don't show Godzilla enough. He's not in the movie really that often, but I thought that was perfect. I think they showed him the perfect amount because with the...
Did they set it up for a sequel or...?
Fuck, I can't actually... Not really.
Because that would be my thing. Like, if they didn't show him enough, but they set it up for a sequel, then I think that'd be fine.
I mean, I think everyone knew... I think they might have said that they were... Because they're leaning towards Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
But the first Godzilla is just so... It's so grounded, so everything you see is from the character's perspective on the ground, so it really gives you you see how... You really get the sense of the destruction that Godzilla is able to cause.
Kind of like a point of view, but not directly.
Compared to the sequel, which is just monsters fighting the whole movie, which I actually liked the sequel as well quite a bit, which critics didn't. Whatever, fuck them. But the first Godzilla, we got Bryan Cranston, who this is, I think, just after Breaking Bad finished, so he was massive. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, and Kick-Ass. He's like the main guy in the movie. But I love Godzilla, right? Just every time... Because I knew that the criticism was, they don't show Godzilla enough. But every
Yeah.
time they show Godzilla in this movie, it's just fucking awesome, eh?
Yeah, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. His reveal is one of the best things I've ever seen in a movie. And Godzilla, great movie. Directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One. So that's kind of the similar there, where at the end of Rogue One, it's the big battle, and it's all, from the character's perspective, and
So he kind of transitions that over.
But first Godzilla, really enjoy it. Liked it a lot.
How many different ways do you reckon Godzilla could kill you? So if you don't go north, south, east, how many ways do you reckon Godzilla could kill you? Would you say 100?
Wait,
1,000?
what about this?
Yeah, I'll get there in a second.
Are you saving it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a million ways Godzilla could
There
kill
is a
you.
million ways to die in the West.
Seth MacFarlane directed, written, and stars in.
I love this movie. Yeah, this is so funny.
Yeah, I think this is fucking hilarious.
Not the funniest movie on the list though.
I mean, depends. Yeah, depending.
I suppose depending on your style.
Whatever. Let's just focus on Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yep.
Seth MacFarlane.
Charlize Theron.
Neil Patrick Harris with a moustache.
Yes.
Moustache.
Doc Brown.
Django.
Yeah.
At the end.
But this is a great comedy. Seyfried as well. Gollum. Amanda Seyfried's in this.
She is.
She plays the bitch ex-girlfriend.
She's hot though.
Sarah Silverman as well.
Yeah. As a whore.
Yeah.
Million Ways to Die in the West is about, what's his name?
Seth.
I'm just gonna call him Seth.
Seth MacFarlane.
He's like he's basically a pussy in the
He's
West.
a sheep farmer.
But he's a pussy.
Yeah.
Because everyone's a gunslinger, hard ass, and he's just a sheep farmer.
Yeah.
Who has to kind of prove himself as being like he belongs
Tough,
in the West. Yeah. And this movie is it's kind of silly, but it's funny as fuck.
That's
I reckon.
Seth MacFarlane.
If you haven't seen it, I'm just spoiling. Doc Brown and the shed.
Yeah.
Basically, Seth MacFarlane's walking down the street one night, and he opens his garage, and Doc Brown's working on the DeLorean.
Yeah.
And that is the best cameo
Yeah.
I think I've ever seen in a movie.
Cool. That is insane.
That is amazing.
That's fucking
that is
phenomenal.
awesome. But a really funny movie. Maybe not for everyone, but I think it's kind of like Family Guy.
Bit of an
but
average
similar.
ending where they just shit themselves.
That's dumb. That goes into literal shit comedy territory. But there's some bad. It's hit or miss, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hit or miss jokes along the way, but overall, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rewatch it tonight.
I have. Speaking of Doc Brown going back to the past and future, I have X-Men Days of Future
You could have just
Past.
talked about shit movies. Actually, no, I didn't
Do you
hate.
not like
I didn't
it?
hate this movie.
I don't like it as much as this. A lot of people consider this the best X-Men.
It's definitely not the best.
I don't think so. It's good though. I just don't really like, how they've got the old cast with James McAvoy, Lawrence, and Michael Fassbender as the younger versions. I'm not really into that. I'm not really into that timeline.
Fair enough.
So that's a bit average.
But
for
no,
me.
this is a good movie.
It's pretty good.
Obviously, Jackman goes back in time and has
back
to
in time to save the X-Men from the end of the universe. Let's just be real. It stopped recording, and we're gonna have to edit it.
Yeah.
I'll edit it together.
My mum FaceTimed me because I just booked business class tickets, bitches.
Rich guy, rich homie Quan, or whatever what's that guy called?
I don't know.
X-Men. Yeah, that's it. I don't care about anything else that I have to say.
Bugger it. 22 Jump Street is the movie we're talking about next. Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill. Great movie.
Improves upon the original, in my opinion.
When you say the original, do you mean 21 Jump Street or the Johnny Depp?
I've never watched the Johnny Depp one.
Okay, fair. I don't think anyone has.
The first movie, but
but no, yeah.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah, that's like that went on
That
for
was massive
so long.
before the movie even came out as well.
Because it was in the trailer, or not the trailer, but it was in
I
like
think it
a
might have
clip.
been.
But this movie is awesome. It focused. They went back to college this time instead of high school.
It is the same movie, but they acknowledge it at the start. They're like, "Oh, we'll just do what we did. Do what you did last time. Just do the same shit."
Yeah.
So it acknowledges that it is pretty much the same premise, but it's great.
It just has the added features like Jonah Hill starts banging Ice Cube's daughter.
Yeah.
Which is like that's my favourite scene in the movie when Channing Tatum's just running around like
laughing.
Schmidt fucked the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Oh, no, my favourite... The My Name is Jeff scene. Not because of that, but because of Jonah Hill just acting as a fucking gangster. Well, the whole the fake tattoos and the open shirt and the bandana.
Yeah. I mean, and Channing just being Channing.
That 22 Jump Street is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think how can you not love it, eh?
And then they go into spring break.
I think the ending's a bit average, to be honest. But the
they
end
set up
credits,
they set up for so many movies.
They have like fake posters and trailers from about 50
like,
sequels, which
just
I guess,
different schools, like culinary school, like Sweet Life on Deck, like on a boat. And I would watch all those movies if they came out.
Yeah, I mean, probably not. They're probably not gonna come out.
No, but if they did, I'd watch them. But no, this movie's sick. Oh yeah, Ice Cube's in this movie as well.
And the first one.
Yeah, but we're talking about the second one.
Yep, Ice Cube, straight out of Compton.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add about this movie?
No.
Fair enough. What else have you got for us then?
I have Maze Runner, which it's based off a book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Based off a book series, similar to Hunger Games.
Yes, it falls in the genre of like Percy Jackson, Hunger
Except
Games.
Maze Runner, I actually think is awesome.
I don't think I've ever really seen the full movie.
I like Maze Runner a lot.
They got a sequel, didn't they?
They got 2 sequels.
Did
They
they?
made a trilogy.
Oh.
And I've watched all of them. Because I remember I just went to Maze Runner at the movies. I don't even know why. I knew nothing
'cause
about
you're
it.
a dumb
I just
little kid.
went to it. And I fucking enjoyed it, eh? It was
fucking phenomenal.
It's awesome. Basically, Dylan O'Brien... I say basically a lot as well. Like, basically... Okay.
Basically.
Need to think of a different word, but... Dylan O'Brien he awakes in this maze where there's monsters, and if you can get through it, you escape from it's kind of like they're in a prison.
Concentration camp.
And just fun movie. The sequels are they're all on the same level. Like, they're not great, but they're perfectly enjoyable. And yeah, better than Hunger Games, I think.
Oh shit, it's raining.
Fuck. Speaking of... No.
How are you going to try and transition that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
It looks like it's getting dark outside, and you know...
Nah.
Oh, but it has to be bright for there to be shadows. Kind of.
No, but, I mean, the movie, it has to be dark for the people to go out. But we're talking about What We Do in the Shadows.
Which is our boy Taika. NZ.
Represent. I watched this movie for the kind of first time last night. Like, I fully watched it. Obviously got a TV show as well.
I randomly hired this when it came out, knew nothing about it, didn't even know it was by Taika or in New Zealand, and was blown away. It was fucking hilarious.
This movie is insane. Basically, Taika Waititi, Johnny Brugh, I think his name is, and I'm trying to think of who the third vampire is.
It's one of the Flight of the Conchords.
It is.
Jermaine Clement.
Jermaine Clement. Jermaine Pennant is a footballer. But yeah, so basically they're 3 vampires. They're living together in Wellington, and it's funny.
Especially if you're from New Zealand, you
definitely.
get all the comedy. They're vampires living in a house,
like a house
or apartment or something like that.
A mansion kind of
and
thing.
it's so self-aware and hilarious.
Well, I genuinely almost pissed myself.
Rhys Darby is the leader of the group of werewolves.
That is funny. That is a good scene. But my personal favourite scene is where because they obviously have the meeting at the start. He's like, just make sure when you're eating, people put the towels and stuff down over the sofa. And then he brings that girl home, puts all the stuff on the ground, bites into her neck, and then he bites into the artery, so the blood just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I lost it.
What's the guy's name? The guy that they have living there who's just a normal guy?
Johnny, I think something like that.
Is it?
I think it's something like that.
I don't think it is that. Is it Paul?
It's something.
I don't know, but
I can only remember Deacon. That's the main one I remember.
Is that the guy who gets them into the clubs and shit?
No, that's Nick.
I can't remember any names.
I just remember Deacon, who is played by Johnny Briggs.
They have this normal guy who just hangs out with them, and that is a lot of the comedy. It's like in Deadpool 2 when they're hiring the superhero squad, and there's that guy called Peter who's just a normal guy with no powers.
Yeah, no, this movie is freaking hilarious, and I could not recommend it more.
Speaking of movies that you could recommend, I'm going to talk about one that I won't recommend.
Is this the worst SpiderMan movie of all time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, but I'd rather watch it than Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Just because it's so bad?
No, just because... It's worse, but there's more action.
Okay, fair enough.
So, I find Amazing Spider-Man 1 to be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But Amazing Spider-Man 2, bad movie. Andrew Garfield's 30 in college. I mean, I said about Tobey Maguire, I don't care about the age. But Andrew Garfield, as a great actor, he wasn't... It's not him. I don't think it's him, actually. I think it's just the movies that he's in. And the amount of shit that you really have to suspend your disbelief, even for a superhero movie, to believe anything that happens in this movie. His parents died in a plane crash, and they've left all this shit for him to find. There's coins in the back of a calculator that he throws into a wall that he finds, leads him into a subway station where there's a video explaining that his parents made this sort of SpiderMan serum that only can make him Spider-Man.
That's dumb.
It's just like,
I've never seen this movie.
Have you never?
No, just because it's so bad. I've never taken the time out to go and watch it. Because it's not The Room bad, but it's like...
No, it's just a bad movie.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I've never...
When it came out, I was like, oh, it's Spider-Man, I
just didn't connect with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
And then...
Jamie Foxx.
Just don't watch it, You just... there's so much bad shit I could say. Norman Osborn's in it for about 5 seconds and dies, and Harry Osborn, the Green Goblin thing is like a virus that they have. It's a condition where they're turning into a goblin or something.
Yeah. I just think Willem Dafoe and Franco are just
the perfect actors
you can't
for the
replace
roles.
them.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 fucking sucks. Oh, and the last shot of the trailer for the movie is Spider-Man swinging a fucking sewer circle. What do you call those? Pothole. What is that? Sewer cover.
Like a pothole?
Like, when there's a sewer and there's like a circle thing that sits over it?
Yeah, like a manhole cover.
Yeah. The last shot of the trailer is Spider-Man swinging that at the Rhino, and that is literally the last shot of the movie. The Rhino is just in this movie for no reason at all. He comes out at the end, and Spider-Man basically returns, because spoiler, Gwen Stacy dies. Emma Stone, I wanted to see her death.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. Throughout the movie, Peter Parker's like to her, oh, you shouldn't be in these situations because you're going to get hurt. And then she's like, no, it's my choice. I can be here if I want. And she dies. Yeah. So fuck it. Like, she brought it upon herself. And Spider-Man comes back to fight Rhino, but doesn't. The movie ends right as they're about to start fighting. And I'm like, why was Rhino in this movie? Why just have him at the end and just have it end right before they start fighting?
Kind of like The Incredibles.
This whole...
Except people actually wanted to see The Incredibles too.
At least that was more earned than just,
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man 2, they were setting up... It's pretty much all just set up, like, all this shit that's through it. If you're not familiar with the Sinister Six, it's basically a group of Spider-Man's villains, like Dr. Octopus, Vulture, all of them. And it's like
Electro.
Suicide Squad of Marvel, kind of. Yeah. This movie tries to set it up so much, and, that it didn't even end up happening because everyone was like, oh, this movie's just full of shit.
Yeah.
So... when you watch it, you're like, oh, this is all just set up for a movie that never happened, so it's pointless. And this movie is just long and boring, and I hate it. I really hate it.
Jewish, would you say?
I would call it Jewish.
Speaking of Jews, Imitation Game, which isn't really directed towards Jews, but it's about the war.
Benedict Cumberbatch, though.
So basically, the Imitation Game is about like a code that was created by the Nazis, and it's about Benedict Cumberbatch trying to solve it and stuff like that.
Yep. I just thought it was boring, kind of. It just wasn't the story.
This seems like the kind of movie that I would be... I feel like I'd rather watch it as a documentary than a movie.
Yeah.
Just because that's kind of what I'm into.
There's just some movies based on real events that
shouldn't be.
I can search up and find out what happened, but I don't need a movie about it, really. Not this is bad, it's just not for me.
Yeah. That's all. I just wanted to mention that because it was quite a big movie.
Yeah, I've got Foxcatcher next, which was Steve Carell.
This is the wrestling movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's based on true events as well. Steve Carell is a rich guy who wants to start his own wrestling club,
like Vince McMahon or Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, except like real wrestling.
Yeah, well, wrestling is real.
Wrestling, yeah. Don't ruin it for me. This was Steve Carell's not first, but overly dramatic role. Not like serious. Yeah, one of his first big serious roles. So for him, I think that's what the movie was mainly centered around. It's like, oh, Steve Carell, he's not doing a comedy. And He was Oscar nominated for it, his first and I think only nomination, but I mean, he's good in the movie, but it's just him not being in a comedy.
Michael Scott.
Kinda.
It's just not Michael Scott.
And we've got Channing Tatum as...
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was in this.
And Mark Ruffalo, who are brothers. Like, in real life, they were brothers who won gold medals. I think they both won gold medals, maybe.
You know who won a gold medal?
Kurt Angle.
Henry Cejudo.
Oh, but I was just going to say...
Bow to the king.
The guy that Mark Ruffalo is playing in this movie is actually the trainer of Kurt Angle in real life.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Was Kurt Angle in this movie?
No. Well, I mean, maybe someone was Kurt Angle. But,
maybe.
So at the end, like, Steve Carell's was playing this guy who's like a rich guy running the wrestling. He's managing the wrestling club because I guess he just wants. I don't know. He's a really weird guy. He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And at the end, he kills Mark Ruffalo. He shoots him, and
so that guy actually died in real life.
Yeah, he killed just for no reason because But he has a thing for Channing Tatum. Like, I don't know if it's like a sexual thing or just like
my boss does for me.
He just wants to. He just sees Channing Tatum as like his best friend, kind of, and he doesn't have any friends, all that. And then
kind of like Michael Scott.
So Mark Ruffalo's his brother, and I guess is kind of straining that relationship. So he shoots him, and fuck, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. But I don't really like. I watched this when it came out, 5 years ago, so I don't remember it too much. But good movie, good performances, and Steve Carell not in a comedy.
Yeah. I've got my final movie now, and I've literally saved the best for last.
I have, for me, in my opinion, I have also saved the best for last.
This is like my favourite. If you kind of don't count Infinity War, because I just feel like that's the best Marvel movie. Not even Endgame. I rate this movie above Endgame. But it's Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is. It's not even really a superhero movie. It's
no,
like a
it's
spy.
It's
kind of like a secret agent, like thriller action movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I love this. It might be my favourite Marvel movie because it is really like no other Marvel movie.
Yeah.
There's no superheroes. Like Captain America obviously has enhanced strength and all that, and the Winter Soldier, but it's like the Bourne Identity kind of movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so good. I remember going to the movies to see it because I saw obviously the first Captain America, which I really like. I like the first Captain America quite a bit, but he wasn't the coolest character, and in this they just make him a fucking badass. He's just, the action in this movie is a step above all the action that had been in Marvel at that point.
And Scarlett Johansson in this,
GSP, George St. Pierre is in this movie as like a Russian villain for like opening action. So.
Captain America, not impressed by your performance.
But
Scarlett Johansson in this movie is the most attractive she will ever be.
Yeah.
I remember straight here.
I
told you
that.
And you didn't believe me, and then you went and watched it.
Because you watched it and you were saying Scarlett Johansson looks so hot in this movie, and I was like, I don't think so, because just straight here doesn't do it for me.
But it's insane.
She's fucking hot in this movie.
But no, this is my second favourite Marvel movie.
Yeah, I just, it's hard to even have it in the same league as the rest of them for me. It's hard to compare this to like Endgame. And
I suppose, it's kind of true.
It's so different.
But I guess it all falls under the Marvel umbrella.
Infinity War is great.
Endgame is
introduced a Falcon on your left.
Oh yeah.
Winter Soldier, who.
Well, I just realised that they made the Falcon Captain America.
Yeah,
I don't
know if he will be Captain America.
He will. He is the Shield.
I don't like judging things before I've seen them. So.
I do.
Okay. Is that... Oh, you want to say about Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of mid-yawn. But yeah, honestly, my favourite movie of the year.
Of 2014?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, fuck. Actually,
I've just seen what this movie is, and I don't really...
For me, Whiplash is just...
Oh, okay, yeah.
As my favourite of the year, just above this movie.
Maybe.
I don't think you like it, though. Do you?
What?
Wait, my next movie?
No, I don't really rate yours.
Yeah.
But Whiplash and Captain America, Winter Soldier, I rate.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of my favourite movies. I love... Because there's a trilogy, Rise, Dawn, and War. I love the whole trilogy, but Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, one of the best... You know, when people talk about theatre experiences, like the first time you see a movie, this was easily one of my favourite. I felt every emotion in this movie. Like, it's got action and just the apes,
So this is the second one.
Yeah, this is fucking great. We've got Jason Clarke, who's from Australia, and he is the main actor. He's just a normal guy, and basically the humans have to go up into the apes' territory to restart a dam to make power for their civilization, because humans they're dying because of a virus that went out, spread around the world, and everyone left is basically just immune. But they need power back to their town. We got Gary Oldman as kind of the mayor. Well, he just leads the town. And I love this movie so much. I almost cried watching it. Almost, but I don't cry in movies.
Not a pussy.
But it's so emotional. This movie is so emotional. Do you not like it though?
No, not really. No.
When did you last watch it?
I don't know.
Honestly,
I probably watched it on a plane.
I love the visual effects. The visual effects for all the Apes movies are insane, and none of them even won an Oscar for best visual effects.
This is Andy Serkis.
How did I not even mention him? Andy Serkis plays the main ape, Caesar, and Andy Serkis motion capture.
That is one thing I do like though. Is Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is such a phenomenal actor. Like, even though obviously
and director as well.
Yeah, obviously he's CGI'd over the top of him, but he's still acting. He's like
Josh Brolin as Thanos.
Yeah, he's still giving the same performance just because you can't see Andy Serkis, and he's such a great actor. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, action, emotion, everything you want in a movie. I love it so much. This is my second favourite. I don't know. For me, it's between Whiplash, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Birdman. After watching that last night, I really liked it. But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, love it so much.
I might have to watch it, rewatch it.
I just don't know how you can't like it.
I mean, I've only seen it
maybe if you're not into talking apes and shit like that.
Wow.
But
monkeys are my favourite animals.
I might have to watch it again because I have it over there. It's right there. It's right in there.
Oh yeah. Those two.
Yeah. That comes to the end of our main list.
Yeah, we'll just do a quick run through.
Not too quick, because I don't want to have to rapid fire edit. I like to just let it.
This video's gone on for ages.
Yeah,
we're pushing an hour again.
Yeah, but if you're a dedicated viewer,
if you are my mum,
you'll watch the whole thing.
Catherine, love you.
So I've separated again, we can't talk about every single movie that came out of the year because there's a million.
Braden Turner.
Sorry for whoever liked iRobot.
Braden Turner.
But yeah, I've separated these into categories. So sequels, I'll go one at a time, just so we'll go one at a time. We'll talk about each one, just a little bit, not too much.
Yeah.
So Taken 3 is
I went and saw this at the cinema.
Me too. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
I hate
fair
Taken
3.
Yeah. Never seen it since. Taken 2 and 3 are just the biggest cash grabs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The first one was good and just was big, so they made Taken 2 and 3.
So was this the one with the daughter? No, that was 2, wasn't it?
The first one, the daughter gets taken. The second one, I think the daughter and the mum get taken.
And then the third one, the mum dies.
The mum dies, so I think he's looking for whoever killed her.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the run because they think he did it.
Yeah.
And he's on the run, and then I think the daughter has to try and clear his name. But the movie
just fucking sucks. It just says something.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Especially when you have movies like John Wick that came out this year with such good action. This movie sucks.
Yeah. What else we got?
Sin City 2, I've never seen.
Never seen it.
The first Sin City is fucking amazing.
Is it Vin Diesel, or am I just imagining that?
No.
Maybe I'm just thinking of Vin City.
I don't know who's in the I think the second one's a prequel, but watch the first Sin City. That's so good. The second one just a sequel because sequels. 302, which is just like
I've never seen it. Just doesn't
have
really.
You seen the first one?
No, it doesn't really appeal to me.
The first one, I've never watched the whole thing. I've always fallen asleep just because I always have chosen to watch it at like 1 a.m. and haven't been able to stay awake for the whole thing. But the first one, the action is really all you need to see. Zack Snyder directed visuals. Second one, he didn't direct. I don't think. Who even cares about it really?
Yep.
I don't think anyone cares about 302.
No.
Night at the Museum 3. Have you seen it? I've only seen the first one, and I love the first one.
The first one's great, the second one's decent. What happens in the third one?
I don't know. I just remember it was Robin Williams' last movie, which I should have seen, but I don't know.
I probably have seen it, but I can't really remember what happens.
I'm sure it's enjoyable, especially if you're a kid, but the first one, so good.
So good.
Ben Stiller.
Rami Malek?
Yeah, actually. Is he in this one as well? He's the prince.
I know he's in the... I think he's in the second one.
He's definitely in the first one, because I remember he's
he's in the first one. I think he's in the second one as well, though. Tutankhamun, I think.
Expendables 3 are basically a bunch of action stars from the 80s brought back into an over-the-top action movie today. The first two...
It's like, you know, when people kind of do charity events in your local area for, like, retirement homes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come to this barbecue.
Yeah.
They literally just made a movie. That was...
Yeah.
Like,
the first Expendables is directed by Stallone, and the cast is, like, Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Chuck Norris, like, all...
Stone Cold.
Dolph Lundgren. Randy Couture as well.
Oh, yeah.
The first one is... It's alright. I like the second one quite a bit, because it goes over the top a lot more. The third one is M. The first two are R, the third one's M, which I just don't know why. Maybe they thought people wouldn't see it because it's like the third in a franchise and they wanted to try and make more money.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's got Ronda Rousey, who
I hate it.
has been exposed. But it's alright, hey. It's got Wesley Snipes as well, and Mel Gibson is the villain. So, yeah. You know what you're going in for. It's another top action movie that isn't that good. How to Train Your Dragon 2. We went and saw the third one. Do you remember that we saw the third? I forget that we saw it.
I enjoyed the third one.
I haven't seen the first or second one.
Neither.
So, when we went to see How to Train Your Dragon 3, I
went in with
I couldn't connect to the story at all.
I still liked it.
It was good, but it was like a finale. I was like watching an Endgame and you hadn't seen anything before it. Like,
that's a really good comparison to be
fair. I wasn't emotionally connected, but it's still a good movie. And all three How to Train Your Dragon movies have fucking good reviews, but I've only seen 3.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this is a great
movie.
movie.
We actually paid money to go see it. That's insane.
Dumb and Dumber 2 sucks.
No, we're not talking about it. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Not even kidding. I know I trash talked Jim Carrey in one of the earlier reviews, but this movie sucks anus.
So for me, in my life, a lot of comedies are rated R. Most of them.
Yep.
So you don't really get to see a lot of comedies in the theatre. Well, I didn't at this time because I was like 14 or whatever when this came out. So I went to Dumb and Dumber 2. I hadn't seen the first one by this point. I'd pretty much seen every other Jim Carrey movie though. It's just awkward, when you're watching a comedy and no one laughs at the jokes. It's fucking awkward. It's cringy. Just nothing in this movie is funny.
This movie is like a cash grab, but it's also like a nostalgia thing for disabled people.
I still feel like they wanted to make this movie, but it's just not funny.
This movie just sucks
It really
much.
It really is dumb. It is dumb. Like, the first one's dumb and it's like a gimmick, but the second one sucks.
But they spell the title incorrectly. They don't put 2, they put TOO or...
The best part of this movie is... I can't remember the actor's name, but he has the paint. He's got, like, the camouflage paint, so he's, like, standing against a wall in the background and people will walk past, and then you start, like, walking towards them.
David Bautista and Drax.
What?
Drax.
Yeah. Because he's got paint?
No, because he's mastered the art of staying so still.
But do you remember what
I have literally tuned this movie out of my head. That's how bad it was.
It is cool though. Like, he has body paint and he's camouflaged into like a vending machine, and then people will be like talking, and then he'll just come out of it. That was cool. But I mean, that's got nothing to do with the movie.
This movie sucks.
It sucks. Horrible Bosses 2, I don't know.
Jennifer Aniston.
Do you like Horrible... I love the Horrible Bosses movies.
I've seen the first one, but I don't think I've seen the second one.
I like the second one a bit more, even though they're both really funny, I think. Basically, we got Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis as 3 people. I'll give the plot of the first movie. They hate their bosses, they plan to kill them. And then in the second movie, they're going into business for themselves and sell the rights of this thing they invent to a company who basically fuck them over and kind of just... Yeah, they fuck them over. So they plan to kill the boss again, who is Chris Pine. Captain Kirk, Wonder Woman, co-star. They're just funny movies. They're just really funny movies, and I highly... Jennifer Aniston in particular is a sex addict, and in the first one, the guy, Dale, who's working for her, she's always sexually harassing him and like, oh yeah, like, do me right here and shit like that. But he's a loyal man. He's a loyal man to his fiancée who's about to marry. So he won't do it, and all his friends are like, "Why aren't you doing it?" Like he's like, "Oh," they're all talking about how their bosses are dicks, and then he's like, "Oh, today she flashed her tits in my face," and they're like, "Yours doesn't sound so bad." And then, that's some of the best comedy. She just has some of the best lines. Jennifer Aniston's a great actress.
Yeah,
just
fastest person to
follow her on Instagram.
First person to reach 1 million followers. 5 hours and 26 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just imagine being one of your friends' co-stars and not being that famous.
Yeah, that's true. It's because of her hair.
That's the end of the sequel run. We just got a few more here. Reboots/remakes. Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay produced.
This
Michael
wasn't
Bay
bad.
movie.
I didn't hate it.
At all. I don't like it.
I didn't hate it. It's got Megan Fox in it.
She's hot, but the Ninja Turtles in this.
They do a rap, which is quite good, I think.
That is funny. MC Mikey in the elevator. That is the Turtles do have kind of good chemistry, but it just looks like a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
It is a Michael Bay movie, even though he didn't direct it. I love the old Ninja Turtle movies when they're in suits and shit.
Yeah.
That's I'd rate I still love those. They hold up to this day mostly, and I'd rate way rather watch them than this movie or the sequel, which I went to the movies to see.
I also I just remember going to this movie and I threw Maltesers at my friend who was sitting in front of me.
The villain is Shredder, except it's
not Kevin Nash.
It was supposed to be there's an evil businessman in this movie, and the actor was supposed to be Shredder, and they'd filmed it like that, but then they got accused of whitewashing because Shredder's Asian. He's supposed to be Asian.
Yeah.
He's a samurai. So they had to re-edit it and reshoot shit to make him just an evil business guy, and then Shredder's just some random guy. And
can't do anything these days.
Just fuck off, I don't want to watch this again. RoboCop, a remake of the 80s movie.
I've seen the original. But
the original is great. Such a good action movie. So graphic, a lot of violence, but it's just awesome. It's such a good action movie. And the remake is no real violence to it at all. An unnecessary remake. It's not terrible. If this movie had just been made and wasn't a remake, it would be fine. It would be alright. Yeah. Good cast, so we got Michael Keaton, Gary Oldman. Well, it is Michael Keaton now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in it. And yeah, good actors and shit, but just unnecessary. The Equalizer with Denzel Washington, I really like.
Denzel Washington?
Huh?
Oh, it's just a joke because one of the bosses at my work site is called Glenn.
Glenn?
So I just call him different names.
Okay.
John F. Glenady.
That's cool.
Glenzel Washington.
Gledo Pennedy.
No, yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Pedo Glenady. That is that one.
But what was I talking about? Equalizer with Denzel. It's pretty much taken, but it's based off a show from the 80s, I think. It's good though. It's cool.
It's not bad.
It's fine. Hercules with Dwayne The Rock.
Ugh.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't enjoy it.
I just don't really like The Rock's movies. They're all the same.
Yeah.
He's just a superhero.
He's literally just himself.
And can you tell me anything about it?
It's just literally just Dwayne Johnson with long hair.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be. So I didn't watch it. And
pretty much that's kind of what I got from it.
Yeah. So a few spin-offs, 2 of them. Annabelle spin-off of The Conjuring fucking sucks. I hate it. It's so boring. Don't know how it spawned a franchise. I mean, I do. It's a doll, so it's going to make money because it's scary. Apparently, no, it sucks. It's not scary. It's so boring. It's a fucking doubt. It's a doll. It's a doll. How's it scary?
Dolls are scary.
In real life, not in movies. Need for Speed, based off the game. I mean, Fast and Furious is a franchise, so we got Need for Speed for no reason.
We don't need it. There's no need for Need for Speed.
There's no need for Need for Speed. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was going to be fucked. It stars Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, who I like, but...
I've never seen it.
Need for Speed just fucking is gay. Not gay. It's not homosexual, but it is...
It's not good. It's not needed, literally.
I feel like it fucked me in the ass. So.
Fair enough.
That's our list, though, is it? Is that it?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Hope you've enjoyed.
I also hope you have enjoyed.
Jimmy Fallon, I think, started the...
We haven't mentioned Jimmy Fallon.
He started on The Tonight Show,
in 2014.
Well,
there you go.
He did The Late Show in 2009, but then transitioned to The Tonight Show, because there's so many talk shows in America. I'm sure he started in 2014.
Hopefully. That sounds about right.
No Jimmy Fallon movies, though. I mean...
Not that we know
He did
of.
about 2 movies in 2004, or whatever it was, but... anyone else? Anything else you want to reference?
No, we'll probably be dropping a Jojo Rabbit review later this week.
Yeah, so...
Taika.
Are you sure? Does that come out Thursday?
Thursday. Well, it came out on the 18th, but it's only coming out in the town that we live in.
That's the thing that
on the
sucks.
24th.
Like, you can't see every movie.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
The Peanut Butter Eagle.
Falcon.
Or something like that.
Or whatever.
That movie looks so good.
Yeah.
And it's just not coming out in the cinemas at all.
Yeah, because...
But once it comes out, we will do a review of it.
Heaps of independent American movies just get, like, limited releases. Like, I'm sure Whiplash and shit weren't released in New Zealand, probably.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I was in Australia when it came out, so...
Yeah, but
Jojo Rabbit coming probably Friday, Saturday. And yeah, that's all.
2014, again, how long's this been?
Literally, this is probably going for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, but 2014, so many movies. Hope you've enjoyed. Hopefully we've given our...
honest and insightful opinions.
Yeah, and it's been enjoyable for you. But that's it. Love a lot of these movies. And yeah, I love them. Wickedly...
Fucking phenomenal.
Basically.
Sick. I've been Kleis.
Callen.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like that.